Hello, welcome to Top Whistle, the Irish Whistle Review Show. On this episode I'm reviewing a Becker whistle in the key of D, which is made by James Becker of Missouri, United States of America. His whistles are handmade and they're all made from plastic PVC pipe, as you can see. The mouthpiece, along with its labeling blade, is quite similar to that of a G. Milligan whistle, which I previously reviewed in a previous episode. Now, sticking to the mouthpiece side of things, the plastic fipple is made from plastic polymer acetal rods, and the windway itself is curved and narrow, which you can tell is used to take full advantage of the Bernoulli effect when you're playing the whistle. And it'll set you back around $10 American if you're interested in buying one. And by all means, there will be a link in the description box below for you to browse on Mr. Becker's website. Now, additionally, Becker makes a variety of other whistles in other keys, and they all use the same identical materials as the ones that I've outlined earlier in this part of the video. And that said, is the whistle any good? We're about to find out. After playing this whistle, I do have to say the good points that go for this whistle are it's perfectly in tune, it has a nice bright mellow tone to it with a bit of chiff. Now when it comes to the breath requirements, it's pretty average, you won't run out of breath easily, and I did notice there was a slight but very subtle bit of back pressure in the mouthpiece when you blow into it, and as a consequence of that I noticed it had a slightly above average volume, so I'd rate it about a 6.5 to about a 7 out of 10 for volume. And when it came to doing the outdoor tests, believe it or not, this is a very good busking whistle. So it's really good for things like wind resistance, and it can be easily heard outdoors. Now, it's also something I'd describe as highly responsive when it comes to doing quick changes between octaves and when you're doing quick melodies, which is something that goes for it in a good way. And yes, I'm a very clumsy user, so when I was doing the clumsiness test where I dropped this a couple of times doing the outdoor tests, I still was able to pick it up and continue play. So if you're a clumsy user or someone who has kids who throws things about and doesn't care much for these things, this is a very ideal whistle to consider getting yourself. And when I move on to the bad points now, I definitely will say this is not a professional level instrument, because when you are going to play for like loud environments like concerts, bars, etc., this won't quite be heard. So for professionals that would be a bit of a downside to the whistle, but for buskers this one is perfectly ideal. Now also, if you're fussy about concert pitch and tuning it, because it hasn't got the tuning slide, that facility is not there, so you can't tune the whistle, which is one thing that goes against it. And as well, I'd definitely say it had gurgling issues in the mouthpiece, so after half an hour's play I did have to clear it out in order to resume play and have a clear sound. So all in all, I'd say this is a decent whistle, so I can't say it's a terrible one by any means. After weighing the pros and cons, I've decided to score this whistle a respectable 9 out of 10. For a whistle at such low cost, it's good quality, and even without the tuning slide, this thing to me gives my other favourite whistle, the Tony Dixon DX004, a run for its money, which for me really surprises me of how decent quality this thing is. And it's great for buskers who wish to purchase a whistle with a fair amount of volume that can be heard and be played outdoors at such a low cost without having to pay a ton of money on a high-end whistle. And this is a great whistle for beginners who want a practice whistle for leisure purposes, and believe it or not, I think this would even make a decent travel whistle. So all in all, I think 9 out of 10 is a respectable score for this whistle. You get more than your money's worth. And on that note, I do hope you've enjoyed the show. If you wish to see more episodes like this, by all means, do hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Goodbye.